Hi, everybody. My name is Sarah, and this is Pearls of Wisdom and Food. And we talk about our issues with food, our successes with food, how we do our food, our evolving as older people with older metabolisms, making it just work. Most of us practice some form of keto, and then some of us don't. But whatever it is that we do, finding what works is the point, right? Got your cuppa? I've got breakfast blend, Wicked Joe's. hmm So there. Remember the song Desperado, where they say that all these fine things have been laid at your feet and you still, don't think that you've got what you're supposed to get and that there's something more out there for you? To me, that feels like a lot of people who get to the keto or the carnivore lifestyle. They don't realize that they've been given this gift, this program that works, be it wanting to get off meds, wanting to stop being diabetic or pre diabetic, losing the weight, being satiated, being content. Ooh, I got a little Luigi here, Dupuy. Oh, a little friend has come back to visit in December. Anyway, so the fine things have been laid at the table, and we're still saying, nope, nope, nope. The thing is that keto works for most of us. Keto, a balanced way of eating, works for a lot of us. For some people, it's the Mediterranean diet. But for a lot of us, it's just keto and it's just basic and it just works. I don't eat fruit anymore. I do have treats in my food plan now because I consider myself on maintenance, but fruits just stopped having an appeal to me. But I love my ridiculously big salad or my big A salad. And the days that I don't have it, I do miss it, even though I have other veggies, of course, like the squashes or the asparagus, things like that. And so life goes on, and we learn to adapt. Some of us are so, so, so grateful for this program and what it's given us. What we don't lay at your table, at your feet, put on the table, give you gift wrapped up with a great big bow is the gift of consistency. That is the thing that so many of us wish we had, that consistent day after day doing what we're supposed to do, not not having things spontaneously or on the sly or because we think we are owed it, or stress eating or nighttime eating, or even just love of too much. Hello. And so that's what we don't get the gift of unless you earn it. It's just one of those things. It's just, how do you get a good habit? You just do it yesterday and the day before that and the day before that. So when you get to today, you've got a layer, right, of consistent, high quality days of doing what works for just you. And we get here by trial and error. I can't take what you do and say that works for me. It might end up being what works for me, but I have to get there on my own, right? And consistently doing things with tweaks and evolving is what gets us to that perfect place, that Goldilocks place, that sitting on silk pillows with things just working out food wise. And sometimes we fall into it like, who knew this would work, right? As I read, Amanda Rose PhD's book, I realized that, like for a lot of us, it's not what we had planned. It's not what we thought. She kind of fell into the ridiculously big salad, and Jen Stevens fell into having her clean intermittent fasting OMAD. And a lot of us have taken a little bit from each one of what we feel is a successful person that we like what they do, so we follow it. For me, it's that OMAD, it's that clean intermittent fasting. It's allowing veggies back in my life again. I miss them. I didn't realize how much I missed them, but they work for me. And some people call them just fillers, but that's what works for me. But it's consistently doing what works just for you and your body day in, day out. The other things like the gift of keto or the gift of carnivore or the gift of the Mediterranean or the gift of calories under 1200 or 1000 if you're older and you don't need as much food. Those things are gifts, but to consistently do them day in and day out is the work that you have to do. How do we do the work that we have to do? Well, we become card carrying members of the No Matter What Club. And so if what works for you is a nice piece of protein, be it salmon or a burger or steak or chicken breast or something like that, like here, and a salad here or veggies on a nice plate, nice pretty plate, those things could work for you. And so if it worked on Monday and you don't mind having it again Tuesday or Wednesday or Tuesday and Wednesday, have it. If it works for you, keep doing it. Sometimes when I was first starting this whole thing and I was seeing that the earlier people eat, the more success they have. And like, how does that work in a family? How does that work when you have, a significant other, children, other people in the house, you're dating, all of those sort of things? Like, how do you do that? Food is such a together sort of act, And through the years of being with Greg, we eat a little bit earlier all the time. So now we eat, like sometimes on weekends, we eat between 1 and 2. Other times, like during the week, sometimes he works late and we don't eat until 3:30. But I like to wait for him because it's a communal thing. It's part of our bond. It's part of like what we like to do. But as I'm reading things like The Ridiculously Big Salad and listening to Mark Sisson and other people that have had their success, sometimes they eat all by themselves at 10 in the morning and that's it for the day. Maybe they sit with their significant other or their kids and, just take part in the meal with their coffee. I don't know. But finding what works for you without, putting other noses out of joint. Sometimes we're sensitive to that. That's not a bad thing. That's how you are. If you're part of a couple and she misses you eating with them, then, it's kind of getting to the yin yang balance part for both of you, each of you giving a little. Many times, I have my resets like Monday and Tuesday with my ridiculously big salad, and that's all I have. And it just kind of brings me back. It's usually around 800 calories, including the dressing and the protein. And those kind of like bring me back from the other 5 days. And the other 5 days are pretty much set menus. If you know me, if it's Saturday, it's cauliflower crust pizza. If it's Sunday, it's the big green egg with the steak and the veggies and things like that. And so, I use Monday and Tuesday to just have, mostly veggies with the protein and the dressing and just reset. Eating the salad sometimes takes 60 to 90 minutes because it's like a lot. And so that's what I do and it works. And so by the time I'm done with the big bowl, my head says, you've had enough, you're fine. And that's the end of the meal. And I love that part. Friday, having the burger, like I had yesterday, the burger with the sauteed baby Bella and sliced white mushrooms, divine, was wonderful with the big, almost big, ridiculously big salad. It was just a big salad, not ridiculously big. It was just like down a couple. Really, the only difference was it didn't have the feta cheese and something else, but it had the same veggies, I think. Anyway, it works for me. So that's what I'm sticking with. I figure not only is keto a gift that I want to learn how to adapt to my life, but the gift of the satiation, the consistency, the day in, day out, what I can count on in my food. Yes, I think about food all the time. Yes, I'm an Instacart shopper for people, so I'm shopping for food all the time. It is what it is. I'm fortunate that I found something that I love to do that involves, food, seeing what's out there. I wouldn't see new products if it wasn't for Instacart. I wouldn't have discovered the Cali floured pizza unless one of the Instacart customers ordered the red pepper cauliflower crust. Wonderful. I can't find it anymore. I can find the regular crust, but not the red pepper. So other people must have discovered it too, and they love it. And so new products, and of course, there's always new products in the junk food arena, and also in the ice creams. It's like there's so many different um, keto sort of ice creams now. You can find your high fat, low carb, you can find your low calorie ones, even with the same brand. It's kind of interesting. Some people get a lot of the low carb breads or rolls or wraps. It's what works for you. Some people still make the keto desserts or the breads, like the mug bread or something like that. I don't know. I never made them. But, then I have the cauliflower crust pizza. I was having the pizza pizza, the cheese crust one, but it's so much cheese. So this way, it's a little more balanced because I let more veggies into my world. And so finding what works for you ends up being a gift added on to the gift of the keto or whatever way of eating that you have. The OMAD for me was the gift. So I don't test it. I don't see if I can go back to 3 meals a day. I don't test it, I know what works for me. And I don't have the bread substitutes. Yes, sometimes I have the desserts and the dessert substitutes, but I don't have the bread ones. It's just that I'm just steering clear of like grain like things. It just works for me. And finding what works for you is your gift upon the gift, right? To me, intermittent fasting, OMAD, and keto are the gifts. And then working on consistently honoring those three things every day is what works for me. Tell me what works for you. I always love hearing from you. You know that. So thank you for listening to me. I will see you the next time here on Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto and Sarah. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.